What's going on, guys? My name is Drew and welcome to a bit of an old nemesis of mine in terms of FM series. This, as the title indicates, is the FM challenge, The Curse of Bela Guttman. Cue the lightning effects, which Editing Drew would have put in if Editing Drew knew how to do it. Before we get into the detail of the save, if you're new to the channel, please do like, comment and subscribe. Ring that bell to turn the notifications on to be made aware of any future content. Let's run the intro and get into the save. Right guys, here we are then at Benfica playing the Bela Guttman Curse Challenge. Details of this FM challenge will be in the description below, along with my social media platform links as well. So do please consider following and joining, etc. So yeah, I mentioned it being a bit of a nemesis of mine. I tried out this challenge in FM20 and failed miserably at it. And as we are fastly approaching FM22, which if it follows the same sort of timeline as previous years, it should be out around November. So we've got 4 months to complete this challenge, and the challenge is a tough one. So as the intro indicates, Bela Guttman put a curse on the club when he was denied a pay rise, saying that basically the club wouldn't win another European tournament for however many years, 100 years I think he said. I believe even the great Eusebio, praying at his grave once Bela Guttman passed away, still didn't seem to release that curse. So that is our challenge. The format will be that every month I will bring you guys back. We will play a couple of games, as obviously this is an FM simulation save, and I will update you on how we're getting on in the league, how we're getting on in the cups, but more importantly how we're getting on in Europe as well. And Europe can be anything. It could be the Champions League, it could be the Europa League. The curse that was placed supposedly on the club was that they wouldn't win any kind of European competition. So the Europa League is obviously up for grabs, but given that Benfica perform normally really well every season in the league, they normally tend to be in the Champions League. So that's obviously where we're going to be heading into initially. So any type of European silverware is up for grabs. I think I did 4 seasons in FM20, and I think the closest we got was a semi-final in the 3rd or 4th season and crashed out of it. So I didn't complete this challenge in FM20. Hopefully we can do it in FM21. So not an easy challenge. Let's take a look at our expectations in terms of what the board want. Obviously we know what we want to achieve, but obviously the board will have some ideas as well. We'll then look at our squad and finally look at our finances, so that if our squad isn't up to scratch, we know how much we might have to invest to strengthen it further. So here are the expectations and the club vision from the board. So they don't want us to sign any players over the age of 28. They want us to sign high reputation players, develop players using the club's youth system, play attacking football, play entertaining football. I think we can probably manage the last two with the tactic that we've got set up, because the only way I know how to play is attacking. So we'll probably go with that. In terms of the 5-year plan, maintain the club's global reputation, expand the stadium, sign young players to develop for profit, maintain the Premier League's best youth system, work within the wage budget. It's pretty standard stuff, I think. End of this current season, so win the Premier League. That tends to be a standard request from Benfica, from what I remember. Reached the final as a minimum of one of the Portuguese Cups, and the Super Cup's not important. But the European request is to reach the first knockout round as a minimum of the Champions League. So obviously that's the one we're going to be focusing on. So we know we're in the Champions League for this first season, so that puts an extra bit of pressure on us. Obviously we're not in the Europa League, which I tend to think is slightly easier than the Champions League. So the Champions League is the first one for us to compete in. We'll obviously have to see what sort of group we get and whether this challenge is going to be realistic for us in the first season. Right, so here we are at the squad screen. I've stripped out some of the players that are out on loan, apart from one player, Carlos Vinicius. Obviously, he's on loan at Spurs for this season. Don't think you can recall him, no. That's frustrating. He was actually one of my best players when I ran this save in FM20. So he's going to be a massive loss for us. So we're already probably a decent striker down. Although I have noticed we've got Everton, who came from Grêmio, isn't it, in Brazil. We've also got Seferovic. We've got Harris, who potentially could be a decent striker for us. So maybe we're alright on that front. The team is similar to the team that I had in FM20. Obviously, there's some new boys in there. Otamendi's obviously come in from Man City. You got Vertonghen, who's come in from Spurs. We've still got Grimaldo, who's a great left back, although he's wanted by Sevilla. So I think there's going to be a battle to keep him, as it always was in FM20 as well. It was always a struggle to keep Grimaldo. And Weigl as well. He was always a tough one to keep hold of. Tarat, we normally let him go. Servi, he's a decent player. And actually I signed him for Norwich on my Twitch save. Cheeky little plug to the Twitch streams that I do now and again. But yeah, I signed him for Norwich and he was pretty good for us. And the goalkeepers are pretty decent as well. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with that team. Let's go and have a look at the finances, because that will dictate whether we can make any changes to this team or whether we have to stick with the squad for this season. Obviously, one player we are missing is Diaz, who has gone to Man City. So I'm wondering if any of that money might be available for us to spend. Okay, so we've pretty much answered our question then around the finances. It doesn't look like we can do much. In fact, I think I need to be honest, I don't think I can do anything. I've got zero transfer budget. I suppose I could sell some players on, see if I can make any profit from them. We've got a decent size wage budget, I guess. Although we are currently spending 674k. So that leaves us, what, 12,000, is that right? I'm not very good at maths. But yeah, no transfer budget. And overall balance is only around 13 million. In fact, it says our financial status is okay. So what have we done with that Diaz money then, I wonder? Because we sold him to Man City for 62 million. So where has that money gone? I guess into debts or something? Maybe we've paid off debts with it. Next season's wage budget 700k. Next season's minimum guaranteed budget will be 6 million. That makes this challenge a bit more real, I think, in terms of competing against the bigger clubs in Europe. Because obviously the whole premise of this challenge is to win a European competition. Whether that squad's decent enough to do it without any type of investment, I'm not so sure. So we'll obviously have to have a look at that. But yeah, that's going to pose a bit of a challenge to the challenge. So guys, that will complete the intro episode of this FM challenge save. If it sounds like something that you want to play alongside as well, please do so. Please let me know in the comments how you're getting on your Bela Guttman save at Benfica. Please do let me know how you've managed to cope with this zero transfer budget as well. Maybe going into the loan market. I definitely think we're going to have to do a bit of a review of our squad in terms of where we might be short. where we might need to strengthen, potentially loan signings or potentially free signings could do that, although we're not allowed to sign players over the age of 28, and I suspect a lot of those free signings will be over that age. So again, that does pose a bit of a challenge, but yeah, I'm excited to get into it. Like I say, we didn't manage to complete it in FM20. Can we do it in FM21? I think this first season would be difficult. Be interesting to see how we get on next season. Like I say, I'm going to play forward now to the end of the month, where I will bring you back for episode 1, which will be playing a couple of games and then seeing how we've got on. Obviously, if we've played in Europe or whatever, or got our European group as well, I'll obviously update you on that as well. But do please like, comment and subscribe. Like I say, ring that bell to be notified of any future content being released, and I'll see you in episode 1. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.